Hello there everyone and welcome back to Hustlery Quick Wins, where I show you guys exactly what features to focus on to kickstart your growth journey for your business as quickly as possible. Okay, so in this video we are going to speak about lead flow, because in the previous video we helped you guys launch your first ads and generate your first leads. Now we need to know where to capture those leads, where to reach them, and how to follow up with them. Okay, so as we always say in digital marketing or in marketing, if you don't follow up with your leads, you aren't going to get any sales. The money is in the follow up. You can generate as many leads as you want, but if you don't know where to find them in your Hustlery system and follow up with them properly, they're not going to convert into paying customers. So that is what we are going to look at today. So first things first is you need to go to your settings, and I'm just going to go to this tab over here, and you need to go to your settings, scroll all the way down and go to integrations. Then you need to make sure that your Google account, your Google business account, and your Meta is integrated over here in the Hustlery settings. Just keep in mind that this is not the same integration as the ad platform that you use, the AI ad launcher. It is two separate connections, and it is very important that both of them are connected separately. So the next thing you want to do after connecting all of your social platforms over here that you want to use, whether it be Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, doesn't matter. You want to go up here to Facebook form fields mapping, because we need to import that data from that lead form that we used in the previous video into our Hustlery system so that we can manage that client and follow up with them and contact them and keep all of their details in a central database. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. In our case, we use this lead generation form over here. You will see that it'll have a button that says map fields like this. You can just click map fields, and then you need to map the fields of your lead form to the specific relevant fields of the contact inside of Hustlery. So for instance, if you ask for an email, you need to make sure that it captures the email for the contact. If it asks for the full name, you need to make sure that it captures the full name for the contact, and then again the same thing with the phone number. This just makes sure that your contact details inside of Hustlery is complete and that you have all the necessary details to reach your client when you want to follow up with them. If you ask any other questions, you can map it to a different field inside of a contact. For instance, are you responsible for the training or skills development in your company? And then I would map it to a field called, let's just say, for instance, preferred branded domain or custom email domain or need help with domain or whatever the case may be. But that is a custom field, and I will show you guys in a later video how to actually go and set that up. So after you've mapped the fields of your form, you can just say confirm, and then your form is properly integrated with Hustlery and all the correct details will be captured. Now, we capture all of those details and it goes and lands in our contact list. But if we want to do effective sales, we want all of our new leads to come and land under the new lead stage here in your leads pipeline. This is just a visual overview of the exact journey that a client takes throughout the sales process, depending on what actions they take or what actions you take when you follow up with them. So in this sales pipeline case, it is new lead where all the new leads will land. Abandoned cart, we'll talk about that later. First contact made when they send you the first message back after you followed up with them, then you know, okay, they're engaged, and then you can follow up with them further. Appointment scheduled, service completed, no show, due for rebooking, called lead reactivation, or review and referral request. But we will speak about all of those stages at a different stage in this series. All you guys need to know right now is we need to get all of our new leads to land under this new lead pipeline so that we can see who we need to follow up with ASAP. Cool. So if you want all of your new leads to land over here, you're going to go to automation, workflows. You go into the first folder called capture. And this is where we capture all of the data from all of our new leads, whether it be from your website, from Facebook forms, from TikTok forms, from LinkedIn forms, or from Google My Business, or Google Ad leads forms. That is now a new feature that Google Ads brought out. It is also a lead form where you can capture details of a client that's interested. So the process is very much the same for all of these different platforms. So I'm just going to use Facebook as an example because in the previous video we actually launched a lead ad with Facebook. So you want to make sure that the trigger is correct. In this case it is Facebook lead form submitted, but you can also say Google lead form, or you can say just a normal form if it is your website form, or you can say LinkedIn form if it's LinkedIn, or you can say TikTok form if it is TikTok. Okay, but in this case again we're just going to use the Facebook form, and you want to go and choose your page over here, or the page that you want to capture data from, or where you are running the ads from, and then you want to go and select that specific form as well. If you just want to capture all of your Facebook leads, you can just say any form, and you can save that trigger. And then the next thing that is very, very important is add to sales pipeline new lead stage. Okay, so you want to make sure that you create or update an opportunity. You want to select your leads pipeline. You want to make sure the pipeline stage is new lead, and then you can give the opportunity a name, and that is contact name, which will be their name and surname. If you want to maybe say contact name FB for Facebook, or contact name brows and lashes for the specific ad that you ran, for instance the one we launched in the previous video, whatever you want to name it, but as long as there is some name there for you to identify that opportunity. And then opportunity source is also very important, because we need to know exactly where all of our leads are coming from, so that we can see what is working, what is not, where do we need to increase the budget, where do we need to decrease the budget, where do we need to cut the budget completely. Okay, so in this case it is Facebook lead campaign, but if it is TikTok, you write TikTok there. If it's LinkedIn, you write LinkedIn. Google, you write Google. You guys get the gist. Okay, and then the opportunity value, you need to go and enter the value that that opportunity could bring to your business if they convert it to a customer. So let's say for instance the brows and lashes ad that we launched yesterday, the opportunity value is $599, because I know if that customer does come and buy from me or books an appointment with me, they will pay me 599 Rand for this session. In this case I'm going to leave it blank, and you want the status to be open, because we need to know that we need to go and contact that lead and that no one has spoken with them yet, or they haven't been closed as a sale yet. If you guys will see in a later stage, when someone does buy from us, we mark them as one, or manually we can go and mark them as lost if they're really not interested, and abandoned we will also speak about a little bit later. But for now, any lead that you capture needs to be open, and just make sure that both of these toggles are off, because we don't want the same person to be in the pipeline more than once. And also we don't want a client to be able to move back and forth in the pipeline. It is a linear thing, and then based on the actions they take, they move linearly through the stages. So you can just save that. Then the internal notification is just so that you get a notification on your email when a new lead gets captured inside of Hustlery, and you can get a notification to follow up with them immediately. You can also do an internal notification, this one, where you can go and download our app, and then you will actually get a notification through the app, or you can send yourself an SMS notification or a WhatsApp notification, whichever you prefer. And you can go and change these names and details as well, and you can select all users, assigned users, or a particular user of the account if you just want you yourself to get the notification, or if you have salespeople and you want your salespeople to get the notifications, you can say the assigned user, and I will quickly show you guys how to actually go and assign the contacts to the right user. So then we can just save that, and we add a tag as well, just to make double sure we capture which source they come from, what platform they came from. And then you can just make sure it's published and saved. And then the next very, very important thing, especially if you have a sales team or more than one salesperson handling your contacts, you want to go and assign your contacts, all new contacts that gets captured in the system, to each of your salespeople. Or if it's just you following up with the leads, you're going to go and assign that contact to you, because only you will then be able to see the details of that contact. Or let's say you have 3 different salespeople, and you want to distribute them equally. You'll, for instance, say this, and you say split traffic equally, and then it will equally distribute the leads between your 2 sales people, and they will only be able to see the contacts that are assigned to them, and they will only be able to message and interact with the contacts that are assigned to them. But it is crucial to make sure that the user is assigned to any new contact. So you can just save that, say save there, make sure it is published, and then all of your new leads will now go and land in the opportunities pipeline. And each and every time they come in, you will immediately see them over here and get a notification. You'll be able to see the value of all of your opportunities together. And we always say it is very, very important to make sure that this new lead stage is empty at the end of every day, because you need to constantly be following up with each and every new lead to make sure that you can actually go and convert them into sales and paying clients. Let me show you guys quickly an example of how this is exactly going to look and work. So let us say this is now a form on your website. Okay, I'm just going to use this as an example, but let's say it is a form on your website or a form on your Facebook or whatever. The client fills in their details like this over here. They say submit. And then what happens is that automation that we just went and checked actually captures the data, puts it in your pipeline, and registers the right details. So there you have it. As you can see, any new lead will land under the new lead stage. You can see the name, the surname. You can see it's assigned to Tyron like we did it in the automation. And the opportunity source is website lead form, because that is the source that I put in the automation, and I selected that specific form that we just filled in. As you can see, the opportunity value is 0 because I didn't fill in that part of the create or update opportunity step. And then you can see that there is a website tag on there as well, and you can now go and click into this lead and get all the necessary details for you to go and close that sale. You can also go and add tasks if you wanted to. You can add notes for yourself if you wanted to. You can add an appointment for this specific lead if they booked an appointment. You can go and check the actual conversations with them, and you can actually have a call with them as well if you have a VoIP integrated. Now, let me just quickly show you guys where exactly you're going to go and reach your clients or see the conversations that you've had with them beforehand. So you can go to the conversations tab over here. As you can see, these are all empty now because we haven't had any conversations with anyone, but I'm going to show you guys what it would look like when you do have a conversation with someone. And this is a unified inbox. So that means any messages from any platform gets pulled into this system, whether it be Google Messenger, Instagram DM, emails, WhatsApps, SMSs, all of those is in one central chat for each and every client. As you can see, we can also see the activity of the client to see exactly which actions they have taken up until now. And then if we wanted to send a message, we would just type something over here. Same thing for WhatsApp. Just another thing, guys, we have WhatsApp API or WhatsApp Business, and we also have a WhatsApp mobile integration. Please just clarify which is which with your customer support agent, because the WhatsApp API does require another subscription of $30 a month. But we can help you get that set up. That's mostly for bulk marketing. But if you just want to chat to the contact from your personal phone, you can just use SMS and we will set that up for you on the onboarding call. So you can also send voice messages as well. And over here, you can also check the tasks, the notes, any appointments they might have booked, documents, payments they've made, and associations they have. So there you have it for the follow-up and where to actually go and get the conversations with all of your clients and where to go and contact them to try and convert them into a customer. Cool guys, that is that for your lead flow. We'll dive a little bit deeper into the lead flow at a later stage. But if you guys ever have any extra questions, or you want us to help you check an automation, or maybe your leads isn't pulling in correctly, you can reach us here at the bottom right. There's a little green question mark button or widget, and you can just select live tech support. Our customer success agents are always online during business hours, and you can just leave a ticket or have a live chat during 8 to 5. Or if you have their WhatsApp number, you can contact them directly as well, and we would gladly assist you guys with anything that you might have a problem with. That is that for today, and we will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.